Hey guys, welcome back to Angie's Table. So today we're going to be showing you guys how do I say it, Grace?
Like Korean ingredients?
Yeah, what Korean ingredients to get. So when we were with our friend, they were telling us a good content would be which brands and which ingredients to buy, because when people are cooking some foods that they're not well aware of, different international foods, you walk into the grocery store and there's a million different soy sauces, there's a million different sesame oils, and you don't know which one to get, and each one does make a difference. So today we're going to be showing you guys which brands that we get, and we're gonna take you guys to the grocery store. So we came back from the grocery store and now we're gonna show you guys every brand that we get for each ingredient. So let's start off with, which one? Chamgirim, which is sesame oil. I don't know why I'm blinking, which is sesame oil, and we use this in our videos a lot. And this brand that we get, I think it's a Japanese brand. It's actually not a Korean brand, and almost every Asian household that I've walked into, every mom has this, I think, and they all claim that it's the best. Grace actually tried another one. Should we show it? Do you still have it?
I don't have it.
Oh, okay, she threw it out.
It was like a different, it was a Korean brand.
Yeah, it was a Korean brand. My mom was like, why did you get this? The Japanese brand is so much better. And we did notice a difference. It was a lot less fragrant than the Japanese brand, and it was just not as rich.
Mom like refused to eat the food that I made her because I didn't use the right chili.
I think there are smaller versions of it. We just get the big one because it's just more cost effective, and we do use it on an almost daily basis. Next time you guys at the grocery store to make Korean food or just any type of Asian food actually, and you don't know which sesame oil to get, if they have this, buy this one.
Matsur.
Matsur is that rice wine vinegar. No, not rice.
Taste sake.
Yeah, like a taste sake that we use in a couple of our videos. We noticed that it does capture the meat smell a lot better, and it also tenderizes at the same time. So a lot of parents or moms don't have this as much. They'll usually use soju, I feel like. Now, Grace and I always have this. We get the one that's rosemary infused. I don't know what the difference is.
I think it's not, well, obviously it has a little bit more of a rosemary scent.
Yeah.
And I think that rosemary is one of those herbs that you can really smell or like taste. When I make steak, I use rosemary.
And so this brand is what we get. We haven't tried other brands, but currently this is the brand that Grace and I always pick up. Okay, 올리고당, and this is that corn syrup that we've been using. So this is what I use sometimes for my tteokbokki. I don't know what other videos I've used it for, but
I
it's...
use it for 불닭.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna show you guys 불닭 soon too, I think, yeah. So this is like an in-between of sugar and honey, I feel like. It has the taste of sugar, but the consistency of honey. I feel like it's not as sweet as straight up sugar is. So it, to me, feels a little healthier, but I don't really know how much healthier it is. But it's good for salad dressings and things like that when you need melted sugar, but it's not really gonna melt in water or soy sauce. So it's good to have that to have a more thicker consistency. I'll talk about gochujang. So next, gochujang is a red pepper paste that is a staple in every Korean household. And this, we get the taeyangcho gochujang, which means, I think taeyang means sun, and so I feel like it's like sun-dried maybe.
Sun-dried pepper.
Yeah, sun-dried peppers, and then they grind that to make this paste. I haven't really, oh, I did try other ones. There's so many different types of gochujang out there and different spice levels too. I always usually get the mild because sometimes the spicy is out of this world spicy, and it just overpowers every dish that you make using it. So we get the one that always says taeyangcho on it, and yeah, you won't fail with that. Okay, and same with gochugaru, which is the red pepper powder. We did introduce and use both of the kinds. So there's finely ground, and then there's just the regular coarsely ground red pepper. So for both of these, we always make sure that taeyangcho is in front of the word. And there are two types. Their uses are different, but
I'm not really sure what the difference is.
So, okay, so let me tell you. Coarsely ground ones aren't going to make the soup as red. Like the finely ground ones completely change the color like gochujang, like in water.
So is the fine one typically used for soup?
If you wanted
like a redder
to, yeah. But the coarsely ground ones will be in there as like flakes, you know? But then the finely ground ones will make it a less pasty.
More red in color.
Yeah. Yep.
Kanjang.
Okay, kanjang is soy sauce, and there are a bajillion types of soy sauces out there. But when we're talking about Korean food, there are two types, and there is the one for soup base, and the other one is for everything other than Korean soups. So I think the soup-based soy sauce is a bit more watery, and then the regular soy sauce for marinades or anything else is a lot thicker, more dark in color. We always get this brand, Sempio, and if you're making Korean food, I do think that the ones that we're showing you guys is probably the best.
Especially the kanjang is the biggest difference. You can't just use regular soy sauce.
Yeah, because it'll completely ruin the color of the
flavor
soups.
And then 튀김가루.
Is that the last? Okay, so the last one we're gonna show you guys is the frying powder mix and the pancake powder mix. We've been saying that if you guys don't have it, you guys can use all-purpose flour, but once you guys use each of the powders for their respective dishes, you guys will notice the difference. So Korean frying powder mix, it makes the batter so thin and crispy. It's like the perfect thing when you're, I think it has something to do with the temperature and how finely ground and what goes into this powder, but it makes it really crispy, and it's very different from all-purpose flour. And same with the pancake mix. When you're making cream pancakes, I usually like to mix it a little because I like my cream pancakes really crispy, so I'll mix it too so it's pancake use but crispy at the same time. But the pancake flour is also different from just regular all-purpose flour, and so Grace has said before, talk to them about how you were explaining with cake.
It's almost like you are using all-purpose flour for baking a cake, but then you can kind of taste the flour when you make cake out of all-purpose flour.
Yeah.
But the moment that you use cake flour, there's a huge difference. Like it now tastes like cake. So that's the difference, is that there are different flours for different uses, and that actually does make a big difference when you're cooking.
And I know each of these have a slight bit of seasoning going on in it, and it tastes really good. So next time you guys are making some fried dish that's Korean, or if you're making some Korean pancakes, then make sure to check these two out. And we get these two specific brands because my mom always just tells us to get it. So yeah, that was it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did like it and want us to show you guys some of the other products that we use, we just kind of did the more staple, what we use pretty much on Angie's table all the time for our recipes. But if you guys want us to do another video like this, let us know in the comments, and we'll see you guys on our next video.